Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows I am your host, Papa Joe, and I really do appreciate you all being here. Without you guys and gals, this doesn't work. So thanks for always being here and looking at videos and hearing what this crazy schmuck has to say about all this fun stuff going on in the world, right? So, anyways, I really do appreciate it very, very much. If you would not mind, if you are new, hit the subscribe and grab the bell. And what we'll do is you'll get the notification anytime I go live, which is every day at about 12:30, unless I'm on vacation or something crazy happens. But I usually try to let the community know if something does. So, anyways, I genuinely do appreciate you all being here. Help me grow the channel, share it out, get people in here while it's live. I would love to have new folks in here. I do let the live chat run, so you all have a wonderful conversation. And what we'll do towards the end of the show, if you stick around, I will do a Q&A towards the end, and I will try to say hey to everybody who's in the chat. So stick around to the end, and we'll have a conversation, if that makes sense. For those of you who are new, I do a Patreon show, scrolling at the bottom of the screen right here, and that is at 4:30 Eastern every day, again, barring anything crazy happening. But the goal with that is to take the gloves off and have an unfiltered time for Papa Joe to get in there, get the hands dirty, and dig through different things. I do talk about different stuff that we generally kind of touch here on this show, but I'll get into the nuts and bolts of it, or I'll talk about things that will literally get this channel banned, things like that. It just really depends on what's going on in the day and what's happening and kind of what I'm able to get into from an information standpoint, if you will. So there's that, and that's also where I will be doing early access interviews. I'm working on several right now to try to get in and just have a conversation about what the heck is happening out there, right? So if you would not mind, check that out. Even if you join and watch a few videos, if it's not for you, no worries. But would love for everyone to give that at least a look. So, anyways, that does help the channel out directly. And then also Descriptor Confidential. That is scrolling on the bottom of the screen and linked in the description of the video. Check that out. It's an investment worth making. There's a really, really smart group of people teaching people how to live the crypto life. And that means how to do everything and anything that you do in life with just crypto. And there's many, many, many other things that are involved in that, like live events, getting together, community in general. It's a very, very fantastic group. And the people behind that really know what they're talking about. So anyhow, I digress. Let's jump into the content today, shall we? I forgot to share my stupid screen. So this is what we have fun doing while this is live. I like to just be raw with you people. It's absolutely wonderful. I love it, and it is fantastic. We're family. We have fun. We enjoy it, right? So as I do every day, I check it in the morning, I check it in the midday, and I check it in the afternoon. But I like to check, well, I check it all day long, realistically. But I like to look at it just because whenever I see the different correlations between the regular stock market and what it's doing, and then the actual Bitcoin and other cryptos and what they're doing, and try to see kind of sort of what's been taking place. I don't know. I can kind of feel out what's going on with the charts. Maybe I'm a little weird, but for me personally, that's kind of how it works. So gold is up, silver is down, but barely. You got Divi. Those of you who know Divi, you really need to pay attention to Divi. Divi is building one of the coolest foundational ecosystems I think I've seen in a long time. And for those of you who are new, I've been in the crypto space since almost the beginning, and I've seen a lot of projects come and go. Divi, they're not playing around. Let's just put it that way. Matic is another good one to pay attention to as well. If you are new to the channel, you guys and gals who are my regulars know that Matic is a big one in a lot of ways. Axie is a great residual type of asset. It's also a lot of fun to play the game. And then, of course, as we check every day or thereabouts, is the 30-year fixed mortgage rate, which went up from 5.1 to 5.27. Reason I keep an eye on this, there's multiple reasons. Those of you who have been around for a while know that it's near and dear, trying to buy homes, things like that. But that one is the mortgage-backed securities and the mortgages. They're kind of the bedrock of our economy. As much as I hate to say it, but they are. Really don't like that. It's not a good thing. They use it as if they created a baseball out of the freaking economy and then they go play a game with it, kind of thing. By the way, in the chat, I'm drinking black coffee. If you're drinking something fun, throw it out there. Would love to know what it is. We'll go through that in a little while towards the end of the show. I definitely love my coffee. That one is an Ethiopian. And I didn't get to do, I got a nitro brew system. I'm going to go set up a nitro brew with the Ethiopian. That'll be very, very tasty. All right. So this specific show, that Bitcoin and crypto adoption is still taking place in spite of all of the downturn in the markets and everything that's happening, right? But before we jump into that, I was going to give one little tidbit of, I guess, FUD that these people seem to realistically throw out all the time, because you know why? They can't stop this. They can't stop blockchain technology, and they know it. And it's beautiful to watch them squirm in their seats and make these stupid comments. Like, think about Pocahontas and the things that she says. All these other congressmen and senators and whatnot who have no idea what they're talking about, this stupid mining and crypto and all this stuff around that, and they can't control it. So the only thing they can do is they can lie through their teeth, and tell the American people that it's bad. That's it. They can't actually stop it. And the reason they can't is, well, let's just put it like this. Other countries have tried, and there's not really a realistic way to make that. Not a realistic way to stop it. So let's jump into this little bit here. So cryptocurrency mining is poisoning our communities, U.S. representative says. Rhetoric divided crypto critics and proponents has been galvanized by dual letters sent to the Environmental Protection, the EPA, which put a spotlight on crypto mining. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you don't mind. Can you guys and gals see that? There we go. Sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I don't want to be wrong. So you guys, if I say something wrong, tell me. Doesn't the EPA deal with output of, like, I don't know, things that are bad for the environment, not consumption? See, crypto mining equipment consumes electricity. It doesn't produce anything except crypto. So it's not like you're running your vehicle and it's putting an exhaust out or whatever, right? It's not the EPA, if I'm not mistaken, they can't tell you. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit that. The mic's right here. For those of you who have headphones on, I apologize. They actually can't control what the consumption is. Consumption, all that does is pay these electrical companies more, which they, I guess, produce more environmental whatever. I don't know how it works. I don't really care. I think that EPA is realistically a stupid agency, an unelected body of individuals or a group that comes along and says, well, you can't do X, Y, and Z because. When you have a because as an answer, no, that doesn't work. I'm sorry. I will not. You have to show actual evidence that cannot be debunked, blah, 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 blah. I mean, they were wanting to regulate cow farts. I mean, really? Anyhow, on one side, you got 23 Democrats of Congress co-sign a scathing rebuke of the mining industry, purported environmental and community impact. So they want the EPA to ensure that the mining outfits across the U.S. are operating within environmental regulations, particularly the Clean Air and Water Acts. It literally blows air through a device, and hot air comes out on the other side. There's no chemical, no change to the air except the temperature. And then it cools, and then it's gone. Those of you who are new, I started mining in late 2011. I've been a miner for a long time, right? It doesn't work that way. They don't know what they're talking about, and it's hilarious to me to sit there and say that they're doing all these things. I guess they're concerned about maybe the hardware waste, because a miner lasts about a year and a half, 2 years. I mean, it effectively could run longer if your power cost was definitely lower. But for the sake of the argument, they basically every 2 years will take a chunk of the miners and recycle them, or they'll be waste, if you will. So if you simply recycle them, melt down the metals, and create more miners with them, it's just it's a self-sustaining type of an environment. And these idiots think it's not. They're telling you it's not, and all they can do is sit in there and just completely crap on it. That's it. That's all they can do. I don't even think they can create legislation legally to do anything with crypto in general. They could try, but it's not going to do anything. So let's jump into the fun stuff here, shall we? SEC approves Valkyrie's Bitcoin futures ETF. So those of you who have known, those of you who are regulars, you know that I disdain the SEC. The SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, and their idea around what crypto is, what it should be doing, and how they should be regulating it. When you look at blockchain technology, which is what every crypto rides on, it's an already regulated system. If they just accept that fact and try to stop fitting this net new technology into their little box of regulation, the problem will be solved. When they start realizing, those of you, show of hands here, Gensler, the chair, yeah, did you guys and gals know that he taught blockchain technology at MIT? And did you guys and gals know that he was the former CFO for the Clinton campaign? Yeah. Don't believe me? Go look it up. See how all these different dots get connected here. Anyways, so the SEC has no authority one way or the other. All their stamp of approval does is it lets them proceed. Valkyrie doesn't need the SEC's approval to set up an ETF. And technically, any of these organizations don't technically, legally have to do that. All it is, yeah, we approve this. You're not going to get any trouble from us in the future. You can go stand up an ETF and you may or may not get audited. And if you get audited and they find nothing wrong, then you're fine. If they find something wrong, correct it and move on. You still have the ETF up and running. You know what I mean? That's how it works. They don't realistically need SEC's permission to do anything. The SEC has given the green light to Valkyrie's Futures Exchange Traded Fund application. This represents another ETF that has been approved by the SEC, which has previously accepted futures ETFs. But no sign of spot ETFs yet. According to the SEC, they're not going to do a spot ETF, people, because Bitcoin is too much of a wild card to them that they can't control it. If they did a spot ETF, Bitcoin's price would explode overnight. It just would. The reason being is because futures they can control. They can't control the spot. They just can't. Anyways, that's an interesting happening right now in spite of the downturn in prices. We have Bitcoin over the past couple of days has been down significant. Over the past month or so, it's been down a significant bit. So it is what it is, right? Let's see if I can I actually go out to the month? Yeah. So it's long term, it's still up-ish, sort of, whatever you want to call it. Crazy stuff happening, right, people? The adoption is still taking place. The adoption is taking place in spite of the price being down. And that's just how we need to pay attention to that long term. Those of us who've been in this the longest need to pay attention to this. If you don't, the adoption is still taking place. If you don't pay attention to the adoption still taking place, then you'll lose sight of what's happening. Just a moment, please. I need to... Anyways, my kids are upstairs having fun. It's stormy here, so they're running around like crazy Indians. Anyways, yes, in the South, that's what my grandparents used to say. Anyhow, so there is a house in Portugal that sold for 3 Bitcoin in a first ever direct transaction. An apartment in Braga, Portugal, was directly sold for Bitcoin for the first time in the country without needing a conversion to euros. So before, if they were going to do anything, you had to be converted into the euros and then bought the house, etc., things like that. The apartment in Braga, Portugal, was sold for 3 Bitcoin on Thursday, in the first ever real estate sale directly and entirely made in Bitcoin. A local news outlet. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. Idealista reported. The feat was possible thanks to new rules that became in effect last month. Cool stuff, right? Setting the directives as to how owners and real estate agents could sell properties for cryptocurrency directly. It's real simple. That is very, very easy. It's like a cash deal at that point, right? And something to pay attention to as well is I have not really jumped into the whole NFT environment too much. And the reason being is because I actually think that the mature point for NFTs will be the buying and selling of homes. So if you stood up an NFT with a deed and all of the legal paperwork and everything inside the NFT, and that was an in process NFT or a mint or hasn't been an unminted NFT while you're building everything out, right? Well, that ownership, the NFT, can be transferred from party A to party B. Hang on just a second. So, if the NFTs would actually go through and be transferred from party A to party B, it's a simple purchase from crypto, just like when you buy an NFT now. It's spectacular and amazing. I love it whenever we see this type of technological advancement in this type of stuff. So, when you have this happening now in Portugal, guess what happens when all their houses in that you become a Bitcoin or a crypto economy starts to take place? Housing is the bedrock of just about every economy in the world, and that's just how it works. And if you can get it purchased outside of a bank and outside of all of this other stuff that has been a huge red tape destruction for us, for humanity, you get into a blockchain environment where it's either an NFT or a direct buy with some sort of crypto like this. This is a huge deal. This type of adoption in the middle of all of this, in the middle of all of this turmoil and the downturns on the price of Bitcoin is actually very, very, very crazy cool. It is still happening. La House, whatever, sold its first property for Bitcoin 2 months later, as it bridged the purchase of an apartment in Mexico for 5.7 Bitcoin the company sold yet another property for Bitcoin in the following month, the first in Colombia. Excuse me, I apologize. Hang on just a second here. I am getting all kinds of... I did not turn off my notifications. I apologize, everybody. Anyways, in late April, Dubai, United Arab Emirates based luxury real estate developer Bamak Properties said it would soon begin accepting Bitcoin payments for the sale of real estate in the region. Very amazing. The move represented the latest major push in the UAE to establish itself as a welcoming region for the fostering of cryptocurrency businesses and services. Those of you who know who's been in Dubai recently know that there's a lot of stuff happening in Dubai. A lot of stuff happening in Dubai. I absolutely love it. Now, guess what? Else you can buy with crypto now, officially. You can now buy super yachts. And for those people who've been in this a long time and you want to go and kind asset to asset transfer type thing, if you catch my drift, we don't talk about legal tax or any type of advice on this show. This is all entertainment, no financial advice here. This is all education, entertainment purposes only, right? So you can buy a house now. You can buy cars now. You can buy yachts now. You can buy just about anything now with crypto. When did that happen? I've been telling friends and family for years. Cryptocurrency is going to be how we transact in the future, and they've all laughed. Some have come around. Some have they still think I'm nuts, still think I'm crazy. I don't care. At the end of the day, when you could buy a yacht, there are people who have Bitcoin where they actually they're just sitting there. What's this one right here on the side here? It's 22 million euros. Guess what? You can go buy that with crypto. Or here's another one. 6.9 million. Sailboat. You can go buy that with crypto. There's 3.9 million. You can go buy that one with crypto. That was an ugly one with a green. Anyways, the global leader, Camper and Nicholson's, global leader in all luxury yacht activities, specializing in the sale, purchase, charter, marketing, management, and construction, project management, and insurance of the finest yachts in the world. So basically, they're on a one-stop shop kind of thing. This was announced on May 2nd, so this just happened. Okay. Today announced the company is accepting cryptocurrencies for payment for goods and services from BitPay. BitPay is a realistically major company. It's going to be very, very. It's basically going to be the PayPal, if you will, of crypto. Basically, they do all the payment processing. The world's largest provider of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency payment services. The ability to accept cryptocurrency enables Camper and Nicholson's to attract new customers. So basically, the wealth transfer that is in the process of taking place for all the crypto holders, et cetera, they are now going to be able to attract those customers and sales by tapping the massive crypto marketplace. The 240-year-old company accepts cryptocurrencies payments for all of its yachts, fleets, for sale, charter, and all services provided. So if you wanted to charter one and just kind of go do something for a vacation, it's significantly cheaper. And you had the crypto to do it, and you wanted to do it, have fun. Kind of cool, huh? This is their statement here. We decided to accept crypto to expand our market, charter a new customer, cater to new customer preferences, and give customers more options, flexibility, and freedom. Pretty cool, isn't it? So now you can buy a yacht. Crazy. Buy cars. Guess what Gucci's doing now, too? Gucci's to accept crypto. Very crazy, huh? Yeah, even clothing. I hate Gucci personally. That's just my opinion, but whatever. I would never buy or spend that on anything like that. But hey, guess what? Their in-store crypto payments will be made with a link sent via email to the customer. So it's not a clean setup, but they're still doing it, right? It's getting close. The link contains a QR code that allows them to execute the payment from their crypto wallet. The first Gucci stores to take crypto are somewhere in New York, Wooster Street, New York, Los Angeles, Miami, and Atlanta, it looks like. Very, very interesting. And Las Vegas. Huh. So now you can pretty much do Bitcoin. They're accepting Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and wrapped Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Shiba Inu. They're accepting Shiba. It will also accept Dogecoin. People, guys and gals, do you all see? Even though the day traders, the market manipulators, whoever you want to call them, even though they're out here slamming the price of this down, you have industry from across the globe in just about every single stupid category accepting cryptocurrency as payment, as legal tender for the goods and services that they provide. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. It is fantastic. I've been screaming that the adoption is coming, and it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what happens in the market. It doesn't freaking matter. The price that you see right there will eventually not be priced in dollars. The dollars failed. It's gone. They printed too much money. Inflation is a hidden tax, which is why they've been raising the rates. It's their only mechanism to draw money out of the market is to raise the rates because it acts like a sponge. It pulls the currency out. Well, guess what? Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general, guess what? Guess what? It's a bigger sponge, and it works much more effectively. Crazy stuff, isn't it? Anyways, towards the end of the show, as I promised at the beginning here, if you want to ask any questions, we kind of try and maybe do a Q&A, but at the very least, I'm going to run through and say hey to everybody. You guys and gals are fantastic in my live chat. If you're watching YouTube or Twitter or wherever else, smash those likes if you got this far and you like the content. It helps others find this type of information, and it also helps grow the channel. If y'all want to help do that, hit the subscribe, grab the bell, and share it out. I would love that. The more people that can have this type of information, the better off it will be. Anyways, let's run through and say hey to everyone. I have Bitcoin Bull in the house. What's up, brother? It's good to see you. Happy Friday to you as well. You are headed to Georgia, it looks like you're saying there. Cool. Love it, brother. Let's see. We got Gloria. How are you? It's good morning. Appreciate it. Good afternoon now. Good afternoon for me. We've got Clint Westwood in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for being here, man, as always. I've got Gloria. How are you? Thanks for popping in. We've got Tom. Looks like you were late, brother. You're always like right on top. I love it, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Who else we got here? Kim, good afternoon. How are you? Divi, all the way. Absolutely. Divi is like people. Divi is a sleeping giant. when that one goes, it's gonna go real quick. What's up, Johnny? How are you, Johnny Mattis? It's good to see you. Hey, how is it going? Charlie G, welcome. Appreciate you being here. I love it. Thanks for popping in, dude. What we got here? We got Daddy-O. What's up, brother? Thanks for popping in. And Trini Man, what's up? How are you? Appreciate you being here for sure. All right, who else we got here? What you let's see. Oh yeah, Clint Westwood. Where is it? There it is. My crystal ball says I'm drinking gin. You guys are fantastic. Gin giblets. Got all of them. I think I said that right. All right. Who else we got here in the chat? Bitcoin Country. Good afternoon. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here as always. Steven, what's up? Good morning. How are you? Love it when you guys and gals are all here. It's fantastic. Argentina's IMF ballot deal includes a clause that rips cryptocurrencies. I think I saw that where basically they are not allowed to take the loan without saying that they're going to oppose cryptocurrencies or something stupid like that. Watch them take the loan and say screw you and go jump it all into cryptocurrency, and then ties are cut. IMF is acting like the babysitter with a million kids, and they can't do anything about it, and they all just went nuts. That's what it looks like. That's the way I look at it. Anyways, I digress. Let's see who else we got in the house here. Yes, exactly. Bitcoin. In the near future, real estate closings should take an afternoon, not a month. Actually, won't even take that long. So if you built everything into an NFT and you presented that to the buyer, or presented it somewhere as for to be purchased, whoever purchased that NFT would then effectively own the real estate. The transaction would take place, etc., and it would take a few seconds. Not even an afternoon, just a few seconds. But it's actually that amazing when it happens. It's getting there. Those of you know who Proppy is, actually, I will share that real quick for you guys and gals. There it is. If you don't know about this company, there is a token for them, by the way. Not financial advice, but they are the world's first that I know of. Where is it? World's first real estate NFT. Huh. Kind of cool, huh? Except this is in the real world. Check them out. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right, let's get back into the chat here. What's going on? Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Who else we got here? J-Mac, what's up, brother? Appreciate you jumping in. I love it when new people pop in. Absolutely amazing. It is fantastic. New sub, Charlie, helped me find it. Thanks, man. Love it. Appreciate you jumping in. Really do appreciate it. Oh, you guys are fantastic. You guys are. Oh, Clint, you are too kind. You are too kind, brother. I love it. Yes, I love the beard. It's the whole point. It's fun stuff. Fun stuff. So, how long before Bitcoin takes off again? In my opinion, I don't know. I could see it kind of sitting here, maybe even dipping down a little lower before we actually see it really run. I'm not really sure, but as I say often on the show, Bitcoin Country, everything's gonna fall off a cliff, and when it falls off a cliff, Bitcoin's gonna be included. But Bitcoin will stop because people like me, people like you all, we're not selling our crypto. Okay, we're not going to give them the option to have more crypto. When the exchanges have no liquidity to sell anymore because people are pulling their crypto off the exchanges. We talked about this yesterday, but there was a major outflow from Coinbase. Like we're talking like, what was it? It was like 19,000 Bitcoin. That's a pretty big deal. That's a lot. When that starts to draw down in the Bitcoin, then they're not going to be able to sustain. The price will go up because people will then offer more and more and more to buy that crypto. That's just my opinion. I don't know when, but yeah, this should be fun. All right, I am late for a meeting, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. If you would not mind, check out the Patreon show. I do that at 4:30 every day, barring anything crazy happening. But the whole point of that is to take the gloves off, pull the filter off, and have a fun time digging into things that will get this channel banned. I also will do early access interviews there. And if you want to help the channel out more, check out Crypto Confidential. Like I mentioned at the beginning, people behind that know what they're doing, and they're having fun doing it. And a lot of you actually know who some of them are. So, anyways, y'all have a wonderful and a blessed day, and I will see you all later this afternoon. Bye-bye.